it's your boy Oscino Fly back with another classic review, and this is a personal classic review because this is one of, in my opinion, my favorite albums that I think is really great, but I don't think a lot of people really gave it a chance because of who it was. But I still think it's a dope classic album. When the classic reviews, you know, we say dated or not dated. So we're going with, and it's one of my personal favorites, Tyga's Careless World, Rise of the Last King. Now the thing is, I've always been a fan of Tyga. I think he's a dope artist, and I always thought he was a dope artist. And I've always thought that when it came to him being on Young Money, he was never supposed to make it. It was supposed to be Wayne, Drake, and Nicki, and then everybody else was supposed to fall into obscurity. And I feel like Tyga, and this is the reason why I like Tyga, because I feel like he knew that they wasn't gonna put that much push to him, and he found a way to, you know, get his sound out and start selling shit. And then, like, even to promote an album like this, I feel like Careless World is still today his best work, and I feel like this goes really under the radar, especially you hear a lot of mixtape Tyga, West Coast mustard, club banging, ass shaking Tyga and all that. I feel like you're getting a lot of that, but this album, Careless World, and I say this all the time, this is a very unique album because I feel like this album is so fucking deep. This is one of the few albums that when I played it from front to back because I felt like he had a lot of stuff to talking about, especially the beginning track, Careless World. And, you know, he's talking about him becoming the young king, and then it ends where he's like, don't leave, we got a baby on the way. It really tells a story. I feel like this is some of that's the little story thing, and then it goes to Lil Homie with Pharrell, which got this like marching band beat that I fucking love, and got Pharrell on the hook. And I think this is why I think anything Pharrell does, it really just shines, and it's just, you can make a hit with anybody, and I will love it. This proves it. But Lil Homie is a great track, and you know, the song is basically him just like, yo, we got shit to do, I gotta get it, and this is a hunger. I feel like this album is one of Tyga's hungriest albums, and especially it keeps going with Crank the Motherfucker Up with Nicki Minaj, and it's actually one of a few Nicki Minaj verses that I really like. I think Nicki Minaj does her thing over here. It's just, and like, I can keep going down. Do It All, I love it. It's a love song, but it's not really sappy, but you know, it's doing it. And then you got I'm Gone. I love the instrumental to I'm Gone with Big Sean. And then Big Sean got a dope ass verse at the end of that. Man, I'm telling you, this is one of the albums where I'd say this is better than a lot of Drake albums that dropped. And a lot of people look at me and it's like, how can you say this? I would put this over any Drake album that's not Take Care or Nothing Was the Same. Like, it's up there to me. Careless World is up there with Take Care and Nothing Was the Same, in my opinion. And like, it keeps going. You got the potty mouth, and then you got Busta Rhymes was, you know, doing that every time he was on someone's verse. He would do that fast rapping stuff. So like which got people on YouTube trying to like mimic his lyrics and his cadence. Faded is a good Busta beat. This is one of the few Busta beats that, you know, you hear on here, and I think Faded is a really good one. Lil Wayne does a great verse on here. Rack City, which was his first single, which actually got him blown up to where the remix got him even bigger. And then this is where Tyga got this whole, to me this is where mixtape Tyga comes from, because a lot of his sounds like this, and like still right now a lot of his sounds like Rack City or mixtape Tyga or anything that has to do with a strip club. Yeah, Black Crowns is a real deep song, and I dig that one. I believe his mom is on this one. And then you go to Kings and Queens with Wale and Nas, where he's going back and forth with Wale and Nas in that song, and I think he holds his own with both of them, and all three of them give great verses. This is one with Robin Thicke, and I feel like he sings the hook. This is one of the few, it's actually, and I tell people all the time, it's one of the few albums where it's like over 20 and I can still listen to it. Let It Show with J. Cole. has a great, good picnic vibe. If you ever listen to In My Ocean Grove, I still won't let it show. Like, it's a two-step in the picnic type of vibe, and it's a real good feeling song in that, and I dig this one. And overall, as you can see, me personally, what do I think about this album? I feel like this is still a classic to me. I feel like this is still one of Tyga's best work. I feel like if Tyga ever goes to another album, because I know he's going through all this mixtape Tyga and he's going through what works, and I'm happy that he got his bounce back in his career. If anybody is happy that he got his bounce back in his career, it's me. But I would love for him to do another Careless World, where it's just, he's very different, where he's talking about various things, and where there's a lot of hunger in there, and where this album is very greatly produced. I feel like this album is really touches your soul, and I don't really gush over albums like this, but this is one of my favorite albums that I think a lot of people have slept on, and that's why I'm doing this review. Me personally, I'm giving this a classic. I still think this is his best work, and I still would put this over majority of Drake albums that isn't Take Care or Nothing Was the Same. I still think this is really good, and I know Drake and Nicki was hot right there, but he was right there with them too. And I feel like he needs his just due. And I feel like Tyga, if you ever stumble on this, if I could get a Careless World too, I'd be happy. I'd be a happy fan. I've always supported your well dones. I've always supported your what you do with your raps. But if you do a Careless World too, I'd be happy. I'd be the first person to cop that. So let me know what y'all think. And have y'all heard this album? Do y'all feel like I convinced you enough to at least want to listen to this album? Do y'all think even if you've heard this album before, do you think I'm right? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comment section. Until then, my name is Oscino and I'm out. Peace.
Fancy ass man wear glove of rings, flying around town in a tub of wings. Found out how to make love to fiends. He mixing that fuzz with the drug of dreams. She too teenage to have a drug of choice, but she fuck with that Royce like she love Detroit. She rollin'.
Pharaoh.